we are going to focus on the part validation of our entrepreneurship journey. By now, most of you have submitted your M2, which takes care of lean canvas and competition analysis. So you must be now familiar with that. And in the last session, Lame sir must have made you aware of a very interesting concept, which is blue ocean strategy. In fact, today, if you look at the blue ocean strategy, it is one of the most important arsenal, or you can say most important tool in the arsenal of an entrepreneur to get inroads into the market. Because what is really happening is that there are very few white spaces left in the industry. Now, what do I mean by white space is that if you really want to launch any startup, and once you go deep into it, you realize that there are very few new ideas or new things which you can pursue. There is someone somewhere which is doing exactly what you are thinking of and doing it and they are much ahead of you. So sometimes it is demoralizing also. Okay, that whatever we were planning, there are already some kind of startups and all they are already doing and they are way ahead of us. That is where I think blue ocean strategy can really help you gain that confidence. Because if the era of transformational innovations, or I would say very disruptive innovation, that it will completely change the industry and all, there are very few such kind of innovations that happen. What really happens are incremental innovations. Okay, so once you see that a kind of a problem and you start solving that problem and you think about that particular niche or that particular customer segment in a way where you understand them much better than the competition. And then you think about it, what are the features, and use the 4 action framework which was there in the blue ocean strategy. Okay, so that strategy is a very, very integral part of an entrepreneur's journey. If you want to really succeed in developing something of value to customers and differentiate yourself also. So you remember the 4 action framework? So can anyone just tell me what is the 4 action framework? Yes, Adil, you want to? Yes. Anyone who can help me understand the 4 action framework? What was the 4 action framework?
Sir, is it raise, reduce, eliminate, and create?
Yes, that is the 4 action framework. And what does it mean? Raise, eliminate. What raise? What eliminate?
Sir, raise, I mean, any existing attribute that can be enhanced in such a way that it provides extra, extra consumer value.
Yes, exactly. That's what it talks about, that the benefits to the customers. And there are some benefits which you can raise the bar on those benefits. There are some benefits which you can reduce, which the customers do not value that much. Or you can say eliminate also completely. Now, remember that McDonald's did this fantastically by eliminating a lot of things from their menu and focusing on only the core things which people want, like French fries, burgers, and shakes. That's all. And they did a fantastic job because that also removed the cognitive overload that people have to make by, say, looking at a menu and making a choice and all. And they saw the data that almost 90% of the people were buying only these things. So they reduced other items from the menu and they eliminated other items. And they were very successful in doing that. So even elimination of the features can also bring up your value proposition. It's not that only you have to add new things. Then only customer will will love your product or will want your product. It's not like that. So that's the 4 action framework, and I guess most of you do not remember it, and I would advise again to you, go back to you, because what I'm witnessing is that from the data which I'm seeing, that nobody is going and looking at the videos or LearnWise. Now, this is very unfortunate, I would say. And so if you are not interested in things, then I would say that you can just simply opt out of things. And instead of wasting the resources of Vadvani Foundation and the reputation of the department, I can say that you can just simply say that I don't want to be part of it, and you can get. And that's the same goes with your what you are doing in this course. Okay. So what I'm witnessing is that nobody is going and looking at even the logging in on their LearnWise portal and looking at the videos, and even at some people have done, some people are attempting quizzes and all, but not much activity over that, and it just shows the apathy, I would say antipathy towards the kind of efforts the others are making. Now, so if you want to continue this, then there is no point. And what we also can do, because there's all the content is there I can just simply, what I can do, I can open the milestone 3 and milestone 4 and just forget about the classes. Okay, because the content is there, so you can just focus on the milestone 3 and milestone 4 yourself, and there's no need for class because there are videos also in that. So would you like that? Would you like that to that we should do that? So should we end the class, and should we just like you can all go and look at LearnWise and just submit your milestone 3, milestone 4? Yes. Yes, Yojit, what do you think?
No, sir, I think you should continue.
Why should we continue? There is no effort. Yes, Hamza, what do you think? Should we write to the dean that let us just end this partnership with Vadvani Foundation? Our students are smart enough to handle things on their own, and why Vadvani Foundation is wasting and giving us resources? Let us just end this facade which we are creating of teaching and of learning. Nothing is happening here. Let us be straightforward with each other. Let us be honest. Yes, what do you think, Hamza? Yes, Imran, what do you think?
No, sir. I opened up the Vadvani Foundation. The thing, maybe the issue that I was facing is I'm not familiar with the platform. So I tried looking at the videos. The video thing I was getting because it was simpler, but the instructions that were given in milestone, the further things are not very clear to me. So I looked at it and I consulted with my teammates, and we were working on it. I accept that we are lacking effort, sir, but I mean, you are helping out with all these things makes it very easier for us. So.
Your group is doing a good job, not today, but again, that is not representative of the whole class, and that's a saddening thing. Yes, sir. Good afternoon.
Very good afternoon, sir. I was here. I was listening to the conversation. Actually.
So I don't. Nobody remembers the 4 action framework except for 1 or 2 people, and nobody, I think, is going on doing the quizzes or trying to use it, except for a few people. Yes, that's what I want to advise. I get the data from Vadvani Foundation again, and it is like I get this from people. We are not able to submit the M2. and classroom where you can go and submit late also.
Sir, but I was of the opinion right from the beginning that we should, start deducting the marks, and -2, -3 marks per day will do. I know, but most of them are actually.
So actually, there are few people on the verge of getting 0 out of 70 from in this ESD. There are people on the verge. There are few groups who have not submitted M1 and M2 also, and I'm not concerned about that because they will have to repeat ESD next year, most probably. That's what the situation is. Anyway, so let us continue, and I think there are at least few people who come to study. So let us focus on them, and I sincerely feel that there is no need. See, attendance कुछ रहा नहीं है. आप लोग समझिए इस बात को. And there is no अगर किसी को सिर्फ attendance के लिए क्लास में आना लगता है कि it is something they are obliged to do because of attendance, I very frankly would like to say to you that attendance वगैरह कोई जरूरत है नहीं. So it doesn't matter. So if you are not serious, if you even आप लोग कैमरा तक ओपन नहीं करते हैं, मतलब ठीक है, मतलब वो this is what basically it is very disturbing from our part on which वो क्या कहते हैं कि very demoralizing actually for a teacher. I don't know about others, but this is a very disturbing for me at least that people are not even willing to open up their cameras and at least be part. At least we are not able to meet properly in the department, and it's unfortunate. But at least once we are using the technology, and despite that, we see that this kind of attitude. But it's very unfortunate. Anyway, so today we are going to complete the next two part of this validation lesson, and there are two concepts which we are going to discuss today very quickly. And one concept is called solution demo, and the other concept is called MVP. And we will talk about first solution demo. What is a solution demo? And the second is MVP. So we'll talk about these two things. I have created a video also of MVP for you. So I will share the link after the class with you. It's a YouTube link, but only the people with the link can view the video. So you can view the video at your end. It has some examples also that you will have some queries, and it answers some of your queries, that video. And still, if you have other queries, you can send the queries on WhatsApp. Now, once we have understood the competition, we have made the lean canvas. So what we are all doing till now? What we are doing is we are creating the idea of a company, okay, on paper. हम अभी लिख के ये सब बातें कर रहे हैं कि ऐसा होगा तो ऐसा हो जाएगा, ऐसा करेंगे, ऐसा कर लेंगे. That's what we are doing. Okay, lean canvas क्या है? There are 9 building blocks of business. Okay, this problem, this solution, these are channels we are going to use. ये हमारे अर्ली अडॉप्टर होंगे. ओके, ये हमारा कस्टमर सेगमेंट होगा. इससे यहाँ से हम रेवेन्यू, कुछ आइडिया हमने लगाया कि these will be our cost, this will be our revenue. यही तो हमने किया. और इन लोगों से हमें लड़ाई करनी पड़ेगी कस्टमर्स के लिए. These are our competitors. अभी तक हमने सिर्फ ये करा. अभी हम सिर्फ पेपर पे बात कर. That's what we are doing. But that's not business. Okay, that's only the preparation of the business. Now we have to get our hands dirty. अपने हाथों को गंदा करना जिसे कहते हैं, वो हमें करना पड़ेगा. And that is where the real process starts. The real process starts. And that the process is developing something of your own. Developing. And basically, the ideas which you have, the solution which you are proposing, अब आप उसको एक अमली जामा पहनाएंगे. आप उसको एक appearance देंगे. आप उसको एक reality में convert करेंगे. See, you may have a solution that I will do this. I will create an app for this problem. Okay? अभी तक आप सिर्फ बात कर रहे हैं. Now, the time has come that you put your ideas into practice. And that is where these two concepts called solution demo and MVP comes into the picture. Okay? लेकिन अब हम अभी तक हमने सोचा कि we have lot of ideas and we have figured out that how we are going to do. But in the lean methodology approach, it is not advisable that you developed a full-blown project, full-blown product or service at the first stage. Say, for example, you have thought about a lot of things. You have done interviews also, very basic interviews. I know that you have not gone into depth. Nobody goes into the depth. I understand that. And you can only collect data from a sample, and that is not the whole population. And if, say, for example, on the basis of that data, you create the whole project, and obviously you create the whole product, it will require a lot of resources, money, time, and all these things. And you go into the market, but nobody wants it. And at that time, people refuse to, okay, this is not what we wanted. Because what is happening here, the solution is in your mind. It is not in the mind of the customers. So you have to basically take these ideas which you have in your mind or on paper into a physical product or a service or something like that. आपको उसको convert करना है. And this process, उसमें we say that instead of creating the full project or full product at first, develop a solution demo or a prototype and an MVP. Okay? ताकि आप जितनी भी प्रॉब्लम्स हैं वो इस छोटे लेवल पे कम रिसोर्सेज को खर्च करें. Saving your resources, you can solve this problem at this stage only. Instead of blowing up the whole budget, instead of investing so much time, money, and other things. So that's what this idea of solution demo and MVP is about. So let me share my screen with you, and we will let us look at this video of solution demo first, and then we will talk more about it. What is a solution demo?
Think of the solution demo as the smallest possible solution that can stand in for the actual solution for testing. Nothing less or more, just the core component. You also don't want to invest a lot in building a full-fledged product or service that nobody wants. Instead, create a demo or a mock-up of your solution and test run it with your customers. This is a lean startup technique which helps you validate your solution. Now, I'm going to give you a few tips for building a solution demo. First, don't make a mock-up or demo so simple that it is only an image. Keeping your demo as simple as a wireframe or sketches won't really give the customer a real sense of the solution. For example, if you are developing a website, create your mockup as a website instead of creating a Photoshop image of the website. 2. Don't build an unnecessarily flashy demo. Building a demo often makes us want to be creative. While a flashy demo is quite effective in making the sale, it makes the job of the implementation team quite difficult. So that's why you need to make sure that the mockup is something that can indeed be created in reality. Imagine creating a flash video with fancy transitions showing off the website's user experience and then realizing you can't reproduce the same transition effect in your solution, the website. Third, build it quickly using your own resources as far as possible so that you can quickly develop another version of the demo for testing. Creating a complicated mockup which requires hiring resources can actually increase the turnaround time required to make the necessary feedback changes. For example, if you complete the website using hired experts and then take it to your customer for feedback, it will be too late, resulting in more user feedback. Fourth, build as many mockups as you need. Let's say your solution solves more than one problem. For example, your website helps customers upload the pictures and also find pictures they can buy. Then you need to create 2 mockups required to build your MVP. Your MVP will let you know if you have a compelling solution that your customers are willing to pay for. In the case of pricing, your solution demo focuses on figuring out the right price, and your MVP will help you validate it with customers. So basically, your solution demo is a prerequisite to developing your MVP. If you still want to differentiate the two, your solution demo is used to help your customers visualize your solution and find out if you have really nailed the problem or if you have achieved the problem solution fit. The job of the MVP is to deliver on the promise your solution makes and get at least majority of your early adopters to pay for your solution. Based on your MVP interviews, you may need to rework your MVP until you have a growing customer base. Or in other words, move towards product market fit. Another common question that comes up is, what is the difference between a solution demo and a prototype? While a solution demo can be a website landing page or a video, a prototype is a basic model or a working sample of your actual solution offering. A prototype is a kind of a solution demo that you build for a complex technical product or where feedback on the usage of the physical product is important. Example of the first case is how Lightning, a motorcycle manufacturer of premium electric bikes, makes some of the world's fastest bikes, but tests the prototypes for years before releasing it for production. An example of the second case of a physical product where you want feedback from users is a shampoo bottle. Before you launch the shampoo, you might want to prototype 5 different kinds of bottles and see which one works best for the users. To summarize, a solution demo helps your customers visualize your solution, whereas an MVP is the actual product with minimum features that your customers pay for. A prototype is a type of a solution demo where you create a physical product to either test its technological feasibility or gather feedback from users.
All right. So with this, I think let us now have some questions, and I would stop my screen here, and I would like all of you to think what we have just now covered so far. Okay, we have talked about 2 important things. One is solution demo, and the other is MVP. And we have also talked about the differences and similarities between the two. So there might be some questions which are coming to your mind, and you would like to have some clarification, because this is very, very important. If you are really serious about entrepreneurship, any one of you, if you really want to go into entrepreneurship, you will find that without validating your MVP, you will not find any investor for your startup. If you are really looking for, now you might be getting, say, news from your story every now and then that this startup has got this much funding, this and all. We feel all excited that India is progressing and all. Startup culture is there, yes. But believe me, till the time, and all these people, and once you go deep into what they are doing, you will find that all these people have at least validated their MVP. Then only they receive the funding. Before MVP, it is only the funding from family members or someone bootstrapping your own resources and all. Very difficult to raise funding before you get the real product into the market and show them a growing user base. So user growth जब तक नहीं होती है कोई पैसे नहीं देता है. This is the reality. Okay. So many questions come to me that, okay, I have an idea. Where can I get funding? For idea, there is no funding. Okay. They're all people have ideas. If you start brainstorming together, we will have, say, there are 50 people, we will have 50,000 ideas, I think, by the end of today. Okay. But the problem is that an idea on paper is worth zero. Okay. It's worth $0. But just you pass each stage, your idea may be worth millions of dollars. Just simple few stages. And believe me, what happens that when Parvez sir says, I really like that statement when he says that entrepreneurship is not for the weak-hearted. He always says that entrepreneurship is not for the weak-hearted. And that is what in reality we see. The people basically fall in between. And there are very few people who are really determined to make it to the end. And I don't see that, in fact, that process is not that difficult. It is only the persistence which you need, that you continue with it. You continue with it for a while and you see the difference. Har stage pe, you will find that there is it may sound very difficult, but the moment you cross that stage, a new kind of world opens for you. And that is what an MVP can do for you. You may have a great idea. Your idea, maybe you think that idea is worth billions of dollars. And I don't bet around it. I say 100%. That idea might be worth, but that might is very strong here. Okay, might be worth. Because if you don't work on that idea, it is still worth $0. It's still worth $0. So that's what the real work starts here. जब आप उस आइडिया पे कुछ बनाना शुरू करते हैं. Now, बनाने की जहां तक बात है, अच्छा पहले let us have some questions. Any question, anything which is coming to your mind related to what is a solution demo, what is an MVP, how can we make an MVP, how can we make a solution demo? Anyone?
Sir, actually, I missed the part of mockups that was shown in the video.
Yes.
Okay. So mockups, what is mockups? I missed that part. That was shown in the video. Mockups, sir.
Mockups.
Yes, sir.
Mockup. Can anyone explain what is a mockup? Anyone from software side? Anyone who knows computers? Mockups are basically you create mockups like
demo.
Demo is a higher stage of mockup. Mockup is that you just create, say for example, you are saying that I will create an app. Okay, so you go in Photoshop or Adobe XD, you create a mockup basically of that. And how will it look like? It doesn't have any functionality. Okay, but solution, the demo actually where you show how it will work actually. Okay,
kind of template.
Maybe a template. You can say a template, a customized template. You can say that becomes a mockup. Any question related to MVP? All of you can make your MVP now. Okay, so what we are going to do, and the milestone 3 is just having 2 slides, 2 extra slides from milestone 2. Okay, and what are those 2 slides? What is your MVP? Show it basically. So showing your MVP is the first slide. What can you show? If you have created a, say for example, a web page, you can show that web page. Okay, a simple link of the web page or screenshots of the web page proper maybe, or maybe you create an explainer video. A video, say for example, an animated video of what you can do, or even you can create in Adobe XD today. I usually give this assignment in design thinking also. So where you create some kind of solution demo of how the solution will work and all these things, or an MVP with the help of some tools, free open source tools today available. And there are so many things today available which are free of cost to develop MVPs and solution demos, where you can just simply use those ready-made tools, drag and drop tools, where you don't need any coding and all these things. So if you have a digital kind of a product idea, you can very easily develop that. And even if you don't have a digital type of an idea, you can still create kind of a prototype or for the physical ideas also. So for that, you will need a little bit of different kind of effort. Okay. So what all can be an MVP? I have prepared a video for you. After this class, you can watch that video and discuss among your friends that what MVP you will develop, what kind of MVP you will develop, and develop that MVP in the next till next week. Okay. So you have 1 week to develop that MVP and also conduct MVP interviews. What are MVP interviews? जब आपने MVP बना लिया, तो जो इंटरव्यू का टेम्पलेट है इसमें LearnWise में, you take that template and you talk to people that I have created this. Are you willing to buy this? Or how much are you willing to pay for this? So that is the solution demo, but are you able to sell anything? So remember that MVP is a product with minimum features, or the most essential features, but it's still a product. It is not something fake. MVP is a product which can be sold to anyone. Okay. So watch that video, watch the videos which have been played again. There are assignment templates are there, and this M3 milestone 3 will be live today. Okay. So you will have time till next week to complete this milestone 3, and next week we will have again the RM, Mr. Jivani, okay, who is going to come in our class, and he will have a look at the presentations, very quick round of presentations. Again, the booster clinic, very short presentations, 5 minutes of your milestone 3, M3. Okay, so that's what we have for this week, and I will give this time to you so that you can do it on your own. Now you should go back and have your team meeting, discuss how you are going to do it, and do it by next week. Okay? Yes, you have a question?
So, sir, we have to, the new participant would have to present the whole PPT of it when
very quickly. Yes, whole PPT, but very quickly. That is, this is a problem, this is a solution which we are proposing, this is my lean canvas, okay? These are my 4 competitors and all, and this is what MVP I developed, and this is these are the questions. This is the summary of an interviews which I have done. Okay, this is what I feel like now. Ultimate learning from there very quickly. M3. Okay, so you can complete M3 by next Tuesday. Okay, so Wednesday we will have the presentations of M3. So any doubts, any queries, anything?
Excuse me, sir.
Yes, sir.
Sir, I am confused about one thing.
Mm-hmm.
Making an MVP of a product that cannot be shown through a website or an app means how can we do that?
You tell me
for that we should.
What is your solution? What you are looking for?
So we are using drones for delivery.
Mm-hmm.
So we should create an animated video to
yes, you can.
Insert.
Explainer video. You look at my next video, which I have recorded my video, and for MVP, and I'll share the link on the WhatsApp just now after the class. And there are examples of companies, very big companies. Explainer video, Dropbox. The MVP of Dropbox was an explainer video, and with that there is funding, but it was so good.
Okay. Thank you.
So explainer videos also come under MVP. Websites also come under MVP. Even Facebook page can be an MVP. Okay. If you say, for example, you are saying you cannot create a whole platform at this stage, but you can create a service. What is the benefit? Services, you are bringing two types of people together. You can bring two types of people in, say, for example, in a WhatsApp group also, or in a Facebook group also, or any kind of forum also. So you have to think creatively that in how much minimum effort, with minimum resources, you can develop your MVP and show it to the other person in front of you, maybe the examiners, the investors, and all. That this is what it will look like. Now, why we are so much emphasizing on this? Because till now the idea is in your head. Now, if I say to all of you that I am going to develop a car, okay, I'm going to develop a car which can have like the fastest, it will be a very, very fast car, okay, have very, very fast acceleration. It can accelerate at like 0.02 seconds, it will accelerate to so and so speed. And I ask all of you, Keshu, what was the car in your head when I said this? What was the image? What was the color of that car?
Black.
Red?
Black.
Black. Okay. And what was the car which you were imagining?
It's a Lamborghini.
Lamborghini. Okay. Let me ask someone else. Hamza, what was the color of the car? Yes. Anyone else? Yes, Hamza. Red. And what was the car you were imagining? Mercedes. Okay. Let me ask someone else. Arshi, what do you think? Or say Aisha, what do you think? What was the car?
Ferrari.
What color?
Black.
No, so you can just imagine that every one of you will imagine same thing. So when I, as an entrepreneur, say to my investors, and 5 investors and 5 people are sitting, okay, and I say to them that I'm going to develop a car like this and all these things, they all will imagine different things, okay, because what we imagine is because of our own things in our head, own environment, okay. So instead of I leaving it to the others people to imagine what my solution will look like or what my product will look like, I have to create it to show it to people. And that is what MVP and that is what solution demos are all about. Okay.